Hi, this is Andrew with Mock 2 Drop, and in this video I'm going to talk about preparing for the 2021 CFA Level 1 exam by taking mock exams. I'm going to give you some tips and talk about whether or not I think your strategy should change, because as you may know, with the introduction of computer-based testing in the year 2021, the exam is going to be shorter and there's going to be fewer problems than you originally had with the paper-based testing. So the question is, should your strategy change because of that? I'm going to talk about that in this video, as well as some tips that I think will be helpful. If you haven't already, we have a video on our YouTube channel called 6 Tips for Taking CFA Level 1 Mock Exams. I would definitely recommend watching that one. I think it would be a good complement with this video. So in that video, I talk about how many mock exams should you take? What's your target number of mock exams? And doing some analysis or doing some research, going through some forums, I determined that number to be about 8, each one consisting of 120 questions. So now with the computer-based testing, each exam is going to be 90 questions. Should you be doing more mock exams? And my answer to that is it depends. I think it depends on the reason why you are taking mock exams. And I think there's 2 reasons candidates take mock exams. And the first one, I think, is the more common one, is that they want to gauge their performance, or they want to achieve a target score. In other words, they want to compare themselves to other candidates. And if that is the reason, I think doing the same number of mock exams should be the same, or could be the same. And the reason why I say that has to do with what I read on the CFA Institute website. They stated that after intensive analysis, one of the things they discovered is that reducing the length of the exam would not have a material impact on pass-fail decisions. In other words, by the time a candidate had completed about 160 questions, we already had enough information to determine whether or not the candidate should pass. And the additional 80 questions were not providing incremental information. Okay, just to give you a little background on that, it's actually 180 questions that you'll be taking, but only 160 will count. So there's going to be 20 experimental questions. So with that being said, if the CFA Institute doesn't need you taking as many questions to determine a pass-fail decision, as long as you're using mock exams to try and achieve a target score, or you want to compare yourself to other candidates, I think doing 8 should be sufficient enough to determine that for you. Now, I say that there are 2 reasons why I think candidates do mock exams. That was the first one. Now I want to talk about the second one. But before I do, if you get value of this video, please give it a like. It definitely helps out this channel, and please be sure to subscribe. All right, so the second reason why I think candidates do mock exams, and I think this one is probably the more important one, is because they want to continue the learning process in a faster paced way. And I think this is going to help candidates with 2 things. First of all, it's going to better prepare you for the actual exam, but it's also allowing you to continue the learning process very quickly. You've already spent a few months going through the readings, doing the end of the chapter of problems. So now you're kind of going through this rapid doing questions, which is going to be more reflective of what you're going to experience in the actual exam. If that's the case, then I think doing the number of mock exams you do, I don't think is as important, because you're more focused on the learning aspect. You're more focused on why you got a question wrong, why you got a question right. You could be doing more than 8 mock exams. You could be doing less. It really just depends on you. But I think, my biggest tip, takeaway from this is that, doing mock exams, there should be more emphasis on the learning aspect of it versus, how many you do or how you're comparing to other candidates. So that's what I want to leave you with. All right, so that's it for this video. Please feel free to leave a comment down below, and thanks for watching.